Uh, what it is, y'all? Je m'appelle Ange Paul. Um, well, first of all, I wanna, I'm a, I'm a address that public transfer, public transportation is not all that safe. I mean, um, I went to my doctor's office because I don't know. I forget why I went to the doctor's office that day, and I went to the doctor's office that day, and they call me Liberty Cab, Yellow Cab, and next thing I know, it is Liberty Cab, Yellow Cab pulls up to my doctor's office and take one look in the Liberty Cab, the Liberty Cab, Yellow Cab, Medicaid Cab, or whatever the fuck it's called. It's Medicaid Cab. It's um well, it's a long beardist jihadist man. And fucking I'm like, I'm not getting into that car. And he's like, "What's the problem, sir?" And I'm like, I'm not getting into that car. I'm not gonna say why I'm not getting in that car. It's just I'm not getting into that car. And he's like, "Well, do you want to go home?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Okay, well, get in the car." And I'm like, fuck all that noise. And I go back into the doctor's office, and I'm like, "Yeah, hey, can I get a cab?" And he's like, "That's it. That's your cab outside." And I'm like, "No, that's not my cab." Alright, because there is there is a jihadist terrorist driving that cab, and I am not gonna get in that cab. And they're telling me that I'm racist, and it's like, what the fuck? I'm like, now you shut your lying ass mouth. Now you shut the fuck up, you lying asshole. No, it's not racist. It's that I don't want to die. And I value my life, and I don't want to die. Racism ain't got shit to do with it, asshole. And they're sitting there talking shit, being very fucking ignorant. And I'm like, yo, what is your fucking problem? You stupid fucking prick. And he's like, and they're like, "Sir, get the fuck off our property. Get the fuck off our property." And I'm like, And, you know, I had no choice but to get in the cab. And he's like, don't, don't worry, sir. I'm not, I'm actually from Connecticut. I'm not a bad person. I'm actually from Connecticut. And I'm like, okay, if you say so. And I'm like, I got in the Liberty cab and he's driving me home. And he's talking mad shit in Arabic. He's fucking doing that tongue flailer. He's fucking doing that tongue flailing bullshit. He's talking mad Arabic. He's fucking saying Ali Ali Akbar 600 times. The whole time this motherfucker's driving me home. He's talking mad shit in Arabic to his buddy on his cell phone. He's sitting there doing that tongue flailing bullshit. The motherfucker, however the fuck they sound like, sitting there doing that tongue flailing bullshit, talking mad Arabic, saying some bullshit about Allah, in the name of Allah. I'm like, what the fuck? She's like, quiet, sir, I'm on the phone. And I'm like, I felt threatened and I felt very unsafe. So we get to my house and I'm like, and I'm telling him, he's like, young boy, you want to go for a ride? You want to maybe get chili dog, $12 beers? I'm like, no, I really gotta get to my studio. I gotta record a new hit. And, you know, I gotta go to my studio. And I'm like, he's like, well, where is your studio? And I'm like, oh, my studio is, I live at my studio. It's studio / housing unit. And I'm like, and he's like, oh, okay, no problem. And he was like, so, what kind of music you put out? And I'm like, oh, I don't know, yo. I put out gospel / hip hop. And the motherfucker's like, gospel, huh? That sounds cool. Kind of gospel you sing about? And I'm like, the gospel. He's like, yeah, well, that really doesn't answer my question. And I'm like, the gospel. He's like, all right, sir, I believe you. Would you sing a song for me on your gospel hip hop? And I'm like, yeah, sure. He's like, oh, can you sing about Muslim Allah? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And I hop out the car and I'm like, hell yeah, I'm glad that's over. I whip out my key and I unlock my front door and I get in my house and I immediately pull out the key and I lock the door and I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm alive. How good it was to still be alive. And, um, y'all ain't know it, but I am being watched. Yes, I'm being watched. Every step I take, every breath I take, I am being watched. Why? I assure you I'm not being watched in a bad way. I've done nothing wrong, so I'm not being watched in that manner. But I am being watched because it's actually called alright, well, me being watched always, every day, always under that telescope, I am actually being babysat. Yeah, what that is I'm being babysat. Um, and, and very powerful people are babysitting me. Okay, well, I'm under a telescope right now, and they're babysitting me. So I'm being babysat. And because I don't want to tell who's babysitting me. But Trump administration is babysitting me. Trump administration is looking at me, is watching me through a telescope because Trump administration is babysitting me. Therefore, anybody who gets close to me, anybody who gets close to me, okay, well, anybody can get close to me. No, no. That's not what I meant to say. Sexy women can get close to me. Men cannot. And furthermore is, okay, well, anybody caught walking up to me talking some bullshit like gang, 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 gang is Well, then, Trump administration is not going to allow that. Trump administration is not going to allow a rotten asshole to walk up to their homeboy and just start shouting gang 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 gang. Cause then what's gonna happen is a big bad laser beam from outer space it's just not going to be pretty. Do not walk up to me shouting gang 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 gang, or quite possibly a big bad laser from the heavens is damn. And I guess as I'm gonna have to make a South Park reference. Is fucking the Halloween episode where the man turned into a big scary witch, and he's like, come on, yo, I have all this power and I has the real power. And then Mr. Garrison's like, you want to see power? I'm gonna show you real power. And Mr. Garrison pull off his bow tie, and he's like, go ahead for the all clear. And a big bad laser come out the heavens and turn a threat into a pile of ashes. Y'all had to have seen that episode. Mr. Garrison pulls out a bow tie, and he's like, Roger, 1-4. And next thing you know it, the big bad laser beam comes up out they shoot a big bad laser beam down from the heavens and obliterate the motherfucker on the spot. And you know, if you ain't seen that episode, damn, nigga, I feel sorry for you. So basically, any piece of shit walking up to me, talk about gang, 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 is, well then, there would be a big bad laser beam shoot down from the heavens and make a threat disappear. If you to threaten Dre Boom Coon, well then, big bad laser beam from the heavens smack you down and turn you into a pile of soot. And I'm being watched right now and I'm being babysat, and they know exactly who I am because I get vagina from very powerful women. And, is. Okay, well, let's see. Is. Okay, well, Trump administration knows exactly who I am. Therefore, therefore, uh, my ID is okay. Well, Trump administration don't accept my ID. Okay, so why? Is because that mentally retarded blonde woman snuck in my house one day, gave me some pussy, and you know I went to go to the bathroom to take a piss, and this this stupid bimbo is rummaging through my personal belongings, and she comes across my identification and starts taking pictures and making fucked up videos with my identification that she. Okay, well, sorry to tell you, babe. Okay, well, my identification card. Well, Trump administration will not accept my identification card. Like, yeah, Trump administration will will ask me for my identification card, and then okay, cause with that identification card, there is security measures on that identification card. So if you're a random asshole caught waving my identification card, you are going to be asked 21 questions. Is you prepared for that, asshole? And basically, if any asshole is caught waving my identification card, they will be asked 21 questions. It's it's actually a policy that any asshole waving my identification card will be asked 21 questions. Okay, now I'm about to tell y'all what them 21 questions are. I'm just gonna tell y'all, if some asshole is caught waving my ID, they will be asked 21 questions. Um, and If, okay, well, that's just it. And my identification card, any asshole tries to waive my identification card, they will be asked 21 questions. It's actually a law that anyone waiving my identification card must be asked 21 questions. And if they fail, and if they fail 3 questions in a row, they will be sent to jail for a very long time. Um, and there, one time, a piece of shit went into the bank, and the motherfucker tried to make a YouTube video about it. They're like, well, we just, they're like, well, we just got our new ID, and you know, this stupid motherfucker is sitting there talking some old bullshit, and he's like, well, we just got our new ID, and we just got our hair cut today, and they're like, we're gonna see if they accept this ID. And it actually shows on the video that they're like, hello, ma'am. I would like to make a withdrawal from my private bank account today. And the teller is like, okay, well, let me see your ID. And they're sitting there looking at the ID, and they're asking this asshole 21 questions. And he's like, I don't understand. Why can't you just give me my money? And they're like, sir, well, the problem is this ID had been reported stolen. Nevertheless, well, okay, well, they figured out right then and there that I reported the ID stolen. And when this asshole tries to walk in there with a beard, with a very long beard, okay, well, you can clearly see in my ID that I am actually shaved. And, I'm just gonna say is any asshole caught waving my ID is going to be asked 21 questions. Of which, of course, if they even so much as fail 3 questions in a row, the SWAT team will come out of nowhere and whoop that motherfucker's ass. Because very clearly is... Okay, well, it's not good enough to look like me. It's not good enough to sound like me. You have to be able to answer all 21 questions efficiently and precise, or you're getting fucked up. And that's just it. And this mentally fucking retarded blonde woman, picks up my ID, takes my ID out of my nightstand drawer, and starts taking pictures of my ID card. Next I know, she had made some fucked up videos off of my ID card. And fucking... Y'all know that master slave bullshit videos? I don't really know what it's called. I watched it the one day and I'm like, the fuck is this bullshit? And I'm flipping the fuck out and I'm like, the fuck is this bullshit? I did not make these shitty ass videos. And and it's, I believe it's called My Hot Sex Slave Video, Master's Hot Sex Slave Videos, Volume 1 and 2. It's like, okay, well, I did not make those videos. That mentally retarded blonde woman, who is a trifling bitch, fucking rifling through my personal belongings and illegally start taking pictures of my personal property and made some fucked up videos with stolen goods, possibly is going to be arrested. And, well then, rotten pieces of shit actually came to my house one day and they're like, hi, yeah, is this person here? And he's like, well, what? And my brother's like, what person would you be talking about? And he's like, I don't know. Let me whip out my cell phone. And he's like, oh, this person right here. And he's like, and my brother's like, okay, now why the fuck did you have to whip out your cell phone? You could, if you really knew this person, you could have told me without your cell phone. And this fucking asshole is sitting there taking out his cell phone and reading his cell phone and basically cheating. Like, and then we're all like, no, you don't need to look at, you do not need to look at your phone. You need to tell us without the usage of your phone. And, this asshole is sitting there, looking at his phone. He's like, sir, we've told you, you do not need your phone to answer that question. And this asshole kept trying to use his phone to answer our question. It's like, sir, what is the problem? You don't need your shitty phone to answer a question. And this piece of shit kept trying to use their phone. And they're like, sir, you obviously do not know this person. Cause if you have, any person trying to whip out a phone and, okay, well, sir, how do you know this person? How do you know this person? And they're like, sir, how do you know my brother? And where have you met my brother from? And they're like, oh, well, let me answer that right now. Well, okay, well, and my brother's like, no, sir, put down your phone and answer my question. You don't need your shitty phone to answer my question. And this piece of shit kept trying to whip out his phone. And my brother is like, sir, get the fuck off my property, you ignorant fucking piece of shit. And my brother's like, I'm like, hold on, I'm gonna see. And my brother shuts the door, locks it, calls his boys, and has that piece of shit jumped. And who it was is it was that Mitchell Satterfield asshole. And Mitchell Satterfield is trying to tell people that he knows me, and he's like, first of all, I never met no Mitchell Satterfield, asshole. And you know, this faggot red-haired kid is sitting there with his phone telling bullshit lies that he knows me personally. Is like, well then, the realization is anybody had to pull out their phone. Anybody who had to pull out their phone and describe who someone is a liar and a crook. Because if you know somebody, as you say you do not need your phone or your computer or your laptop. So you're going to say you know somebody. Well then, okay, well then you can just say that shit from memory. Oh, this is what he looks like, and this is him. And it's like, why did you have to pull out your phone to know that information? So anybody who's anybody is, you try to come to my house, is if you try to come to somebody's house looking for them, and somebody else answers the door, and okay, well, say if I went to somebody's house and I was caught with my cell phone in my hand, and then I'm like, hi, is this person here? And they're like, well, who is the person you're looking for and how did you meet them? And they're like, well, according to my phone, it says I'm looking for this person. And they're like, sir, get your phone out of your hand and answer my fucking question. And they kept trying to pull out their phone. It's like, sir, I told you to put down your phone and answer my question. And people can get shot for that. And, okay, well, I know for a fact the last asshole who tried to go to my house and they're like, hi, is this person home? And this person had their cell phone in their hand and they're like, hi, is this person home? And my family member is like, sir, I'm going to ask you nicely, put down your phone and answer my question. And this piece of shit kept trying to pull out his phone. And we're all like, sir, put down your phone and answer our question. No, you do not need your phone to answer the question. And okay, you remember how I said I get vagina from many police officers, and a lady officer pulled up to my house, and they're like, sir, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you on my man's property? And they're like, well, who are you? And then that little faggot red-haired kid is like, well, who are you? And then they're like, sir, and then lady officer's like, sir, I'm gonna need you to put down your phone and answer my question. And the ignorant fucking piece of shit kept trying to look at his phone, and that lady officer's like, sir, you were told to put down your phone. And lady officer beat the shit out of that asshole and took him to jail for trespassing, criminally stalking, and harassment. Yeah, boy, yeah. Yeah, fucking yeah. And I just went back from church one day, and this little faggot yells at me, hey, I want to talk to you, hey. And that asshole follows me home, and he's like, hey, is he here? Is he here? And then my brother answers, and he's like, well, who is he? And who is he? Okay, well, who is he as you refer to as he? And who do you mean by he? And that little red-haired faggot Mitchell Satterfield tries to pull out his phone and says, oh, according to this phone, this is who I would be looking for. And they're like, okay, well, if you knew this person, why did you have to break out your phone? And, okay, well, now the law is that if you feel the need that you need to look at your cell phone in order to get some sort of idea Okay, well, it's illegal to look at your phone. That's it. It's illegal to look at your phone when being asked a very serious question. That's actually considered a capital offense to look at your phone when being asked a question. Okay. Uh, yeah. And it's called Babysit Dre Boom Coon. And any asshole walking up to me yelling, gang, 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 well, then a SWAT team is gonna come up out of nowhere and gun down a threat. And I don't even need to show my face on camera because all the vagina that I have ever got can and will identify me without identification. Um, I don't know how these sexy ladies do it, but these sexy ladies know that these sexy ladies can tell if it's me or it's an imposter. You know why? It's cause these sexy ladies are my baby mama. And these 52,000 plus sexy ladies can tell if it's me or some random asshole from the gutter. Because those 52,000 plus sexy ladies are my baby mama. And they can tell. Alright, and my sperm, okay, well, it's hard to tell, but those 52,000 plus sexy ladies know who I am. Because of the way that I make love. And those sexy and those 52,000 plus sexy ladies can identify me just because of the way that I make love. And, those women can tell it's me just by how I make love. And like, because when I make love to a woman, she instantly realizes she instantly realizes that it's me. Um and I can make love to a woman, and that woman can and will properly identify me just because of the way I make love to them. They automatically know it's me. And I make love to a beautiful woman, and you know, uh, okay, well, women know me. Women know me because of how I can make love to them. And that's just it. Women know me for. Women know me for how I make love to them. And if you're some random asshole and you're claiming to be me, and you don't meet a certain requirement, okay, well, these sexy ladies can tell who their daddy is. And you know, I really can't explain it, but these sexy ladies may act bubbly, but they are actually very smart. Um, okay, well, and okay, yeah, and sexy ladies can identify me quite thoroughly just by the way that I make love. And that's all that is. The sexy ladies can tell who their baby daddy is, and them sexy ladies know who their baby daddy is. Um Yeah. Uh, yeah. Shit. And that's what it is. And that's how me and my 52,000 plus sexy baby mamas do. And that's how it is. Because my 52,000 plus sexy baby mamas know who their baby daddy is. Because my sperm tastes a certain way and my sperm feels a certain way. And, you know, uh, I'm identified by how I am able to make love to a sexy woman. And fucking. So I get to making love to this sexy woman, and she's like. And she can identify. She can automatically identify me just by the fact that. Just by the way I am able to make love to a sexy woman. Uh I'm not gonna go into any more detail, but I'm just gonna say that a woman's intuition, you do not doubt a woman's intuition, because a woman's intuition, okay, well, a woman's intuition is, you don't fuck around with a woman's intuition, because a woman's intuition, there is no comparison to a woman's intuition. And a woman's intuition is the hot shit. As I'm just gonna say, is a woman's intuition is the hot shit. God, that's all I'm gonna say. And based on that very principle alone, a woman can and will identify me thoroughly and properly. Because I've gotten so much vagina over the years. I've gotten so much vagina over the years. It's quite something. And um yeah, shit. Um Women can and will identify me based off the way that I am able to make love. That's it. And you don't fuck around with a woman's intuition, because a woman's intuition is the hot shit. That's all it is, and that's all I need to tell y'all. Peace out.